is it? For Fire Emblem. Alright, let me get this whole thing set up. We'll kill that game. Game capture. Give me my stream titles thing. And Black Goals A7. And then we switch to the game. There are so many Fire Emblem on Steam. on Twitch, not Steam. Jesus. My controllers. Mr. Switch? Well. Blink. Ugh. We'll do more Genshin soon, probably. I'll probably start doing that at least every Friday. Likely much more often. Is this the battle week? This is the battle week. We're coming right back in. Anyone who missed yesterday, I can't get this fucking swordman thing. Edelgard's Wyvern Lord. And Lysithea got upgraded mage. Oh, we only have 5 characters left to recruit. So. We don't have to kill Mercedes. We don't have to kill Annette. We don't have to kill Felix. Speaking of. Hey, Mike.
There you are. I was looking for you.
That's something I did Felix's paralog last time. Unusual for that to help.
Yes, it's an unusual favor.
Or maybe I did. I thought I didn't get an item from it.
Messenger. He wants me to return to
Thank you.
territory. Rodriga Shielfraldarius, the highest-ranking member of the Fargus nobility. But about the favor. You're familiar with the tragedy of Dusker, I presume?
I am?
After the king's death, public order disintegrated. Bandits continue to raid villages across
You've
the
wine
kingdom,
on deck?
including those within Fraldarius territory.
Cheers.
My father says he needs my help driving the bandits away.
I think I did do this mission.
Precisely. Good guess. Perhaps I shouldn't pull you into this. It stems from my family's failure to secure the region. But honestly, I want to see you in action. I never tire of watching you fight.
Why, thank you.
And it'll be much more interesting for you than the training ground. Or maybe this task, driving off bandits, seems dull to a former mercenary?
That's what we're paid to do, bud.
Excellent. While I'm at it, I have a second favor to ask of you. Could you recruit more fighters? I bet there will be willing volunteers if you're the one inviting them. I'll set off on my own and meet up with you there.
Thanks so much.
This month's Tea Party Enthusiast. Is Bernadetta's birthday this month?
Thank you.
Rhea,
Sorry to
Lysithea,
trouble you.
Ingrid, Edelgard. This is a lot of guys in the top 3. Top,
Why, thank you so
well,
much.
top 8. After the third one, there are no more. What's good? Taylor, Marianne. Bernadetta. Yuri. Ugh. Solely for the support points. Sword, axe, mage, bow, mage, sword, healer, cav, sword. At least we can get 11 now. Problem is... maybe we'll use Raphael more on Golden Deer. Check Discord anytime. Sure. That looks pretty good. Can't be upset with that. Glad she finally finished it up.
Struggling to defeat some bandits.
Good.
What a pathetic old man my father is.
It'll be
Felix,
exciting.
my son, you finally brought reinforcements.
Felix, our Mega Edgelord. We've missed you. Oh, there's my back. How do we get them off the battlefield?
Aye, aye.
Do we have to step on them?
I'll go.
No. I have no fucking idea. Oh, don't worry. Felix is very much alone. I've thought
As
through.
you wish.
Banshee.
Hardly worth my time. Any.
And because we beat the Dark Knight, we have the second Dark Seal, so you can get the big Dark Mage or Dark whatever it's called ability. Hardly worth my time.
Here we go.
My
Leave it to
love.
me.
Dark Bishop. Okay. I would never have guessed that.
I will prevail.
Hey, you're gonna perish now.
Now you know your limits. That won't do it all.
It's called Shaman and Druid. Ooh.
I will get
I'm
the
still
victory.
not sure what my timeline is for Assassin needs bow. Figure we might as well start training it. What my timeline is for getting starting all the other Fire Emblem games. I think I want to finish the series of 5 games that I'm
That's
sitting
my
on right
cue.
now, and then it's gonna happen. Doran. And no doubt by the end of this battle, I'll be close to drunk since I don't drink much.
Winning's always nice.
Unless you have one of those natural propensities to not getting drunk, which would be unfortunate for you. Even though that feels like it should be for elemental manage, so give it that
Stay
is true.
focused.
But then I never added an elemental class. You said I was playing Fire Emblem 7 sooner? Oh, I fucked this up. You shouldn't. I shouldn't have left you on Thorin. Ah, we got back.
Damn it.
I'm playing. So all I know is that I'm playing Tails next. Maybe don't play Fire Emblem. We're playing Tales in the Sky next, and then I'll consider Fire Emblem.
For Lady
I'll consider 7. None of this matters. I fucked up the one move. Oh my god, they're gonna have to go through a whole. Wait, why am I doing that? Skip all the actions.
Everything will be.
You're gonna make me play Roblox, aren't you?
This is our chance. Now. Try to keep up.
Oh yes, oh god. You won't even let me play Trails in the Sky? I'm surprised you didn't hit me with Roblox for playing Genshin.
That's my cue. Leave it to me. Stay focused. Here we go.
We're covered. Yeah, see? Easy. Easy level up for Mercedes. Oh.
It's just not my day.
It was difficult to take the finger off the trigger. I think the, I have no idea what games I'll play on Roblox. Usually when I have one of those streams, I just play, what is it called? Phantom Forces.
Can I go now?
Because it's like an actually decently made Roblox game. It's not great, but it's better than most of the
How
stuff.
humiliating.
He's almost on Mage. I don't need to see the reaction, like the result of that. Like, who cares what happens to these allies?
Everything will be. Let's think carefully.
Stop stealing my kills! Bitch!
Let's shake things up. Let's see how they like this.
They're out here robbing all my kills.
Let's try this.
So many gambits.
I will get the victory. Witness frigid pride. Oh no.
Mom. Let's try that. Let's shake things up. Let's shake things up.
What did I expect?
We're getting some
Great work.
dog shit level ups, Chiefs. Did you just cast Physic?
I needed that.
Damn it.
I will prevail.
Any bow users back there? Cool. That's unfortunate news for them. So you've chosen death.
Still unstoppable.
Probably need a vulnerary.
Aye, aye.
How many would you like? Their free trial of life is... Yeah, why would they... What... In what world is attacking Edelgard, the princess of the empire, riding a wyvern? Oh, and... Get Byleth.
Well, how was that?
Trickster can also heal. She isn't Trickster yet. She's just wearing the, this, like, tricky merchant costume. Because it looks cool. Oh, you have access to Aura. I'm sorry, your card has declined. The free trial of life has expired. Right. Will I ever be able to speak again?
I will get the victory.
I wanted to
Ready.
counterattack.
I will prevail.
Wow. 50 to hit, huh? Well, as long as you hit this.
That should do it. We've chased those ruffians away for good.
Wait, they surrender?
Thank you so much for your assistance. Please, accept this small gift as thanks.
What? Oh my god. Well, the weight on it's insane. There's no way you could double up with that. Well, I didn't mean to end the battle that quick. I had things I wanted to do. Oh well. Felix has the speed for it. Fair enough. Okay, we'll throw it on him.
My thank you so
Have you ever heard
much.
about the Yokotaro card game coming out? About to pre-order? I have not.
We are grateful
He's making
for
a
your help.
card game?
I doubt those bandits
That's
will stop
interesting.
anytime soon. But at least this village is safe. This village was important to the late king. If we hadn't saved it, I wouldn't have been able to face his majesty.
Oh, that's even better.
How foolish.
Oh, here we go.
Pardon?
Spencer's gonna go back up over here.
We were protecting your subjects, not your ego. I don't give a damn as to whether you can bring yourself
sounds
to
pretty
face
cool.
a dead king.
I will not tolerate such language from you.
I like that idea.
I came here to hone my blade and to save innocent people. I suppose if I had died, you would say the same thing you did after Glenn's death. He died like a true knight.
Hey, Felix, you seem to have some lingering trauma.
I have nothing more to say. I'm going back.
I'm sorry you had to see that. He's been that way for 4 years
Yeah, he's
now.
not wrong, but he definitely he's
I don't
saying it
suppose you'd care to
because
hear about it.
yeah, that's why he's gonna tell me. But he's saying the kingdom has a messed up Ashura culture. Yeah, but he only yells about it, I think, because of shit he's had to deal with that I don't think he's quite moved on from. Tell me.
I lost a son in the tragedy of Dusker. Felix's older brother, Glenn. To this day, I'm proud of Glenn. He gave his life to protect Prince Dimitri. If he had abandoned his highness and fled, I don't know that I could have forgiven him. I would have been deeply ashamed. But no one would have been more ashamed than Glenn himself. It was in his nature to be noble and true. As a knight serving the royal family, his duty was to be loyal to the end, even if it meant his life. If he had abandoned that duty and survived the incident, there's no way he could have lived on in peace. Felix can't understand that. He's young and foolish. Of course, I understand his sentiment, to some extent. It all comes down to, well, a difference of opinion.
I understand Felix as well.
So that's how you feel about it. How fortunate Felix is to have met someone like you. There's nothing as heartening as having someone around who really understands you. He's an odd boy, thick-headed in some ways, but he's my son all the same. I'm glad he has you to look after him.
You know that shit's gonna have like a whack-ass storyline too. The price is right. Aragorn? Huh? Might be time for black market scheme. I did play Drakengard 3. Oh, that's the other... I couldn't remember the other series. I keep saying, like, all the different series, like Disgaea, Toho, Fire Emblem. Drakengard were the other 3 games I was going to play. Take that Dark Seal. And... cool. Dragon Guard 2 is mostly skippable TBH. It's an alternate timeline. Wasn't directly overseen by Taro. I might skip that one then. Dragon Guard 1 is the one that has the heavy lore for Nier. Yeah, because what isn't it like Nier? One of the endings for Drakengard or something. Sort of the ending that leads into Drakengard 1 is the one that was only detailed in the book. Okay. Bizarre. We will do black market scheme now. I think we're high enough level that we can start saucing some of these guys. Also, we've done this already twice, so I don't need to...
It's nothing.
It's a prequel, but the part that leads it. That's kind of an interesting way of doing things.
Fine. No, let's... I know.
Don't even... Don't ask when...
If you don't know, Yokotaro loves putting numerous endings in all of his games. Each of them
Dare you
have a different
interfere with our
timeline.
business.
I
You
have
no
noticed
idea
that.
What you've gotten yourself into.
Considering
You are finished.
there's like a bunch of different endings for Nier Automata. There's different endings and timelines for Replicant.
We'll continue story
I
time.
figured he developed that somewhere.
Thank you so much.
I am grateful.
I
I have gratitude.
have gratitude.
Thanks so much.
Of course. Only a different timeline. They all just
I
succeed
thank
each
you.
other. That is, yeah. Replicant's got some alternates. Like, to get ending E, you gotta play the game again. It's weird. Felix out. I need Marianne as my adjunct. Petra in. I almost don't want to put Lysithea in because I'm worried about her ability to stay alive. And replacing her with Ingrid, but I don't think that helps. Drakengard's 1's endings are all true alternate timelines. Vastly different shit happens with each ending. Same with Drakengard 3 and probably 2. Maybe we'll just play him as play 1, 3, 2 or something. Petra, you go here. Because Hubert does very well against those mages. Edelgard's in kill position. not a great place for Mercedes. This should be very winnable. Units. Balthus, you have pure water on you. Save. Fight. If you want them in actual timeline order, I'd start with 3 if you can, then move on to 1. Maybe we'll do a 3, 1, 2 then.
We got what we came for. With this.
Yeah, but first,
Thieves!
Yeah, thieves.
There's just one thing you need to remember, yeah? If you see anyone, you already know them.
wait a second.
Cool. Alright.
Yep.
Let me at him.
Oh boy. How much? Ooh.
You're fresh out of luck.
You're fresh out of luck.
Stay focused. Oh no.
In deck? Nope. That's too bad.
I will prevail.
And holy shit. 86 damage. We're getting no XP from this fight. Yo, people want this gas? People want this gas?
I will get the victory.
Drakengard 2
Flame
is
Spirit
post-ending
protected.
1. Oh, that's so weird.
Here we go.
Like, it's really cool, but it's weird. Can't really do anything with you yet.
Aye, aye. Leave it to me.
God, the music in this game is so fucking good. I say it every fucking stream, but I just can't stop myself. Generally, the last ending of the right one, even if it's usually the most depressing one.
As you wish.
Oh, humanity dies. Nothing really happy you can really gleam out of that. It's tough, too. Oh, that's unfortunate for you. Hubert is,
Hardly worth my time.
much higher level. So you have chosen death. Edelgard might put out more damage than Violet does now. This is ridiculous.
Wow, how was that?
Hey, do you think that was a smart move? Edelgard just cleared that
Your
entire
defeat
section.
was inevitable.
Welcome to Why Edelgard. This is more powerful than Byleth. This is way more powerful than Byleth could ever hope to be. And yeah, I know I'm a lot higher level than I'm supposed to be, but that's ridiculous damage. Ouchie. Game from
No use.
gotta define recover. Eat away traces of humanity? Sure.
You worked hard for nothing.
When Bernie can just take 1 damage from a melee character, it's time. Hang it up. Hang it up, Chief.
You fought well.
the Drakengard gods decide that their free trial of life have expired. That is true. That is what I've heard. I also know that there's some really, really fucked up parts of Drakengard.
Predictable.
Like parts that had to be edited out, I think, in the
That is
American
that.
release.
Try and stop me.
At least you're no coward.
It's pretty dark. The entire story is about how they are trying to stop the gods from killing them all, and I wonder how that can. I wonder. I hope they all become friends and succeed like the anime protagonists they are. 100 damage.
Witness my power. I won't.
100 fucking... My only weakness. There are these things called the seals that are put in ancient times to prevent the gods, aka the Watchers, from messing with the human world, and they break.
It could get rough.
Is that the idea? Uh-oh! Your magic damage is too low to damage me.
Of course I won.
I am ending all of your free trials of life. They're not coming close. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't even like...
Why is this happening?
Bernie, that was a 4%.
Hide.
The Watchers also created the dragons, which were generally regarded by gods as not failures, unlike the humans. At least they like something they made.
I will not be stopping.
Bye, Mr. Thief.
Well, how was that? Don't waste my time. Now you know your limits.
Edelgard is
Yeah.
29%, by the way, but I just hit a 4% crit. Edelgard is committing war crimes before she's even supposed to be.
I owe ya. Let me at him.
Stop!
Easy miss.
Got him!
They're gone. Enjoy Meyer.
I'm not.
This pre-fiendish blow, Hubert. Let's bait out an attack. Mainly for that.
All in it.
I have not
Leave
seen
it to
Anna get a level up below 5
So
points,
grateful.
I think, since level 10. It's been a long time.
Well done.
Don't want Edelgard getting too hurt or anything. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
Don't come any closer. If you do, I will have no choice but to unleash this power upon you.
Huh? Yeah? Well, you know?
Easy there, buddy. Danger-wise, if you don't have a...
Your height.
You've seen
There's
this
no
already?
time to be foolish.
Oh, you're gonna use Blaze! Oh, that was smart. It hit somehow. Kinda dumb if you ask me. What? Whatever. Bolganon. Does the thief go, oh man,
My time.
this guy has killed all of our mages so far. I have this under control.
I'm shocked you made it easy.
Oh, there's summoning quite a few enemies. Okay,
Pay the toll if you want to pass.
You're not going anywhere.
okay. Retrial of life has expired. You gotta pay the troll toll if you want to get this boy's soul. No, Frank, it's boy's soul. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, boy's soul. No, you gotta enunciate. What do you mean? I'm saying the boy's soul.
Still unstoppable.
Still nowhere near as good as Dayman. Whoa, fighter of the night, man. Whoa, champion of the sun. Mercedes can go after this.
My heart is full of victory.
Oh, what's the one at? Is it Master of Friendship or Master of Karate and Friendship? Or something like that? I just know it's a very Charlie line.
Let's do this.
Master of Karate and Friendship are cool. Okay, I do know it then. Just Helm Splitter. Oh my! Hold up! Edelgard has 2 crests.
No!
Yikes. You weren't kidding about the hideous monster thing.
She also
Is
has
that what
white
you were
hair.
looking for, Bee?
That's it, all right.
That's why her whole family's dead. What the fuck? Okay, we need a way to turn. Can't have this happening. Nope. Nope, none of this is relevant.
You underestimated me.
You think I didn't expect the monster to fly over everybody. I forgot that he flew. That was my bigger issue because I think if he didn't fly,
What's the goal?
I had it blocked off. That's gonna be my excuse if that. I had it blocked off if it couldn't fly. That's my excuse.
Here we go.
Luckily we have Mercedes,
Appreciate it.
and she can hit the whole fucking battlefield. So
Leave it to me.
you're gonna go beat up Bernadetta, huh?
I will prevail.
Do you have like a oh, I have an idea.
Good looking
You're gonna
out.
not beat up Bernadetta.
I harbor no
All I can. First come, first served.
Perfect. You're not gonna be able to move far enough. Anyway, I can just one-shot him. Do not. Taste the power of the moon. Perfect. See? That's what I want to see damage-wise.
Should I have held back?
What's the goal? Treasure? Damn it!
Stay focused.
Happy, move
Yep.
back. Oh, actually, Happy, just come all the way back. Heal me.
Thank you.
And then I go here.
Still unstoppable.
Just in case.
Super
All the way healed
grateful.
up. And then now,
Oh no.
it's a flying monster. So you should initiate based off the damage you have. He becomes monster.
Yikes.
That's it.
And then hold on one second. And with that, my roommate has bought a bigger fish tank for her beta. And there are now 4 in this house. Was Game Boy voice cards on PC or Switch? Well, let's be real. Gotta have these. That is true. What chapter am I on? Right before we kill Gerald.
An ambitious plan.
We won't hold back.
I won't.
Probably should have saved her. We'll see if I regret that.
I will get the victory. You will be slapped down.
Oh, now you crit. Level 20 for Petra.
War.
So basically, we're closing in on the good shit. Can I Seraphim any of these? Not that won't kill me back. Ads oh. I have to pay Mike. I forgot to pay Mike for being my mod. It's actually cheaper this month. That's kind of exciting. I also don't know why Twitch is displaying ads in my fucking thing when I told them not to. Enjoy the gift sub. Chapter 10, you need to talk to Elogar, otherwise you won't even get a choice in the route split. Good to know. Is this chapter 10? Month 12? No, this is chapter 8. Got really scared there for a sec. Yeah, we can't. Oh wow, just missed Ferrato.
We don't have time for this.
Bye!
You underestimated me. I knew you'd do it.
Oh wow. Dude, I got stories. Animated stories?
That bounty isn't up for grabs, pal.
Nice. I don't know why he's attacking Edelgard. Maybe it's reversal? Uh-oh. Thanks for the healing. Here's Balthus' level up. There, I sub. Now you legally require to play. Oh, you did? Oh, holy shit. Deal.
That's life.
We will play... Okay. Can we compromise? I'm going to play Trails in the Sky, just the first game, and then I'm playing Fire Emblem 7. I'll cut it in front of Stalker, Yakuza 5, my second Scarlet Nexus playthrough, and... one more.
All this fighting is ruining our business.
Zonky 0. That's fine? Okay, deal. Banner Saga will probably be after I beat some... I want to play Banner Saga. I want to play Fire Emblem. Because it is... What was my reason? I had a reason for this.
As you wish.
I'm currently playing Fire Emblem, so that's part 1, obviously. Part 2 is more of...
I am your resource.
I don't want to play too many tactics games, considering I plan on playing upwards of 3 in my next 5 games.
We'll contribute.
So it'll be after that list. Just to spread it out a little bit. Yeah. I want... Well, that Umbral Steel is good to have. Are you level 20? Are you level 20? Are you level 20? Are you level? Are you level? Are you level? Are you level? Are you Are you level? Also, thank you for subbing, Sundown. I do appreciate it. Please enjoy the emotes. Let's give her this XP for the bow. How are you getting 40% crits?
Amazing.
There's more? The monster's dead. Do I have to kill everything on the battlefield?
Yeah, I thank you.
Who is this imposter penguin? I'm kidding. Those are very cute. His penguin is getting bonked. My penguin bonks. Do they just... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
They're fighting back. Don't let them get away.
What the fuck is this? I wanted to see the splash. What the fuck is this? So this is why you told me not to, This is why you told me not to do this mission. Wait till I play Maddening. Chances are, Tate, I won't play this mission on Maddening, if we're being, like, perfectly honest. Greetings, X-Men. Welcome to Die. Group all your units up in the middle for best results. Okay. We'll pull everyone back. Yee. Oh, you're just saying play maddening in general?
Flame spirit protects me.
Advantage, and they have pass. Love that. Gia's pass. Why Bernadetta has pass? I don't remember. But she does. Hello. You've chosen die.
Well, how was that?
You're getting 10 XP per enemy. Is it Major Artillery?
Of course I won.
Oh, sure is. Good call. Nice little soften.
I sell first aid kits.
I sell first aid kits. That one is my favorite line so far. Oh. War profiteering. Oh, fun update for everyone who does not care, and I know you guys don't care. It's okay. In my current playthrough for Hearts of Iron 4, I have gotten down to, I believe it's 60 achievements left. And right before stream started, oh fuck. Right before stream started, I actually have set up a playthrough to get 3 more achievements playing as Manchukuo, which is Japanese Manchuria. Okay, that's bad. Balthus, you seem to be low on health. How many would you like?
That's the stuff.
No matter what.
The mage can't hurt him. That's a fact. Incineration symbol trio dwellings. Hey, Rat, how you doing?
Let me at him.
Welcome back.
At least you know
This
coward.
time we play as the one committing the genocide. You excited for Darkest Dungeon 2? As if I need to really ask that question. My goal is to watch you play Zorda. If you do play. Now I'm curious. Gonna wait for it to get out early access. That is fair. That is fair. You want the full experience? I'm waiting for it to come to Steam. I waited for Mech Warrior. I can wait for Darkest Dungeon 2.
Witness my power.
I just want friends to play Mech Warrior with. Ooh. You know what, burn out the incomplete version when I did with Darkest Dungeon. Did you play Darkest Dungeon 1 on, like, release? Or when it was in... Did it have early access? Even more questions I don't know. Not who I wanted to heal, but it's okay. She needed heals anyway. She needs a new sword. Maybe she should sell herself
This
one.
is our chance.
0 damage. 0 damage, 20% to hit. I played the ever-loving fuck out of the early access version. The one before Corpses. Oh, wow. Miss. Perfect use for that emote. Violet just cannot get into this fucking fight. Mercedes.
Unexpected.
Quick recap, Rhett. Everything is the exact same pretty much, except minor details because I'm playing as the girl with the white hair as opposed to crazy blonde dude. And now you're caught up. Need a bow XP. Crit. I really don't want you to do anything else. Edelgard, no. We do have... We aren't going to be able to get Hilda. We're not going to be able to get the Do, and we're not going to be able to get Dimitri, obviously, and Claude. But other than those 4, we can get everyone else. Yeah, we don't have Burndy. We started with Bernie. We have Mercedes. We have almost all of Blue Eagles recruited, actually, that we were allowed to. I don't think we're missing anyone.
Sure, pal.
We have some people you haven't seen before because they're DLC characters.
Even stronger than
Like
I
this
look,
guy.
Yeah?
You hit. We have Claude,
As you wish.
who we'll get to see why he does what he does when we... Well, apparently it makes a lot more sense in the... I guess it would make a lot more sense in Claude's version because you just see Dimitri going fucking apeshit on the battlefield. And you're like, oh, fuck. How do I want to kill you? There's so many ways.
Thanks, pal.
Space kills the team with a shotgun and disconnects. Not a bad way of describing it.
I will not be stopping.
I just want D rank for a good chance to get Assassin. Or I'm going to stop using the bow once I have Assassin. Yeah, in Claude's version, Dimitri literally doesn't care who's friend or who's foe, who makes more sense to see he's mentally deranged with no Violet to help. Yeah. Whereas, when we play, I think it just happened to be that Claude saw us as the teacher and went, oh, hey, Teach, time to die.
Forgive me, my daughter, Monica.
If I didn't know what was about to happen in this chapter, this makes it so much worse because it's now our fault. Oh, she's dead. I mean, it's not our fault, but it's like, it's even worse. You know, it's like, it's... Oh.
Nothing more you can do, pal. At least we got it back.
Guess who this Oh, I wonder. Yeah, no, she's already dead. You're right.
You know I owe you and Happy an apology, so,
Do I
I'm
feel like
sorry.
Do you feel
Really
like a hero
sorry.
yet? Huh?
Mean that.
Well, do you? These people are legitimately bad people. The fact that they exist is a testament to the lowest of the persons you think. Oh yeah, the Left 4 Dead people.
I'm sure
Yeah,
you have your reasons.
yeah, those are horrible.
When we get back, you better
That's so much
explain
worse than
what the heck
RDMing.
those reasons were.
This is making it more tragic. Still, yes. This just makes it hurt a little more. Okay.
So, what's the story with this hero's relic?
Why did this come out of the gate so hard? I've been trying to get a friend to play Spec Ops The Line for a while. Oh, I beat that game in literally a single sitting.
It's not exactly a real relic, per se.
Someone wrote a book about it. I'd actually consider reading that book. And lately, all I've been reading is Tom Clancy.
Nope. It's a replica, crafted after the War of Heroes.
Oh.
It's a secret family heirloom of sorts, from my mom's village. Somehow, word of it got out recently. As happens with valuable things, it was stolen soon after.
So, when you heard it might be on the black market, you tricked others into helping you steal it by telling them I'd been kidnapped.
Yeah, I mean, that just gets right
Still
back into
mad,
the whole
yeah?
critic
Sorry, okay?
conversation.
There, you can go ahead and cheer up now.
There are a lot of
I only did it
critics
because if they
don't
turned into monsters,
understand
there was a chance I couldn't
games,
take them on my own.
which is kind of sad.
Risk telling you the truth. If the church had caught wind, they'd have taken it for themselves.
How
It's not that you shouldn't play modern military
uncharacteristically
shoes.
wise
It's not
would
that
be.
they shouldn't be made. It's
So
just you
that's why
should
you
think about
felt a need for this bizarre scheme.
Oh, and Professor, guess I owe you an apology too.
Is it based on a book?
Sorry, shouldn't have done you like that.
What book and movie? You're forgiven.
I guess if Chatterbox can forgive you,
Heart of
I
Darkness.
can too. You were doing it for your family after all. What was up with that noble guy, though? You
Oh,
seemed interested in hearing what we had
it's
to
based
say.
off a pot. I've seen that movie. That was my guess. I'd have to read Heart of Darkness. The book is free now. Free's a good price. Keep that in another tab. Those are some of the on-the-nose references, like how Martin Walker shares a first name with the actor Martin Sheen. Ah.
Yeah, good point. I wonder why he wanted this thing to begin with.
I don't
Interesting.
know for
I would. I
but
mean,
it's likely he wanted that
now that
item
you've
for his
said it
daughter.
to me, makes sense, but I don't think I would ever really guess that.
The man in question is Baron Ox. He is a minor noble from the west of the Empire. His daughter Monica went missing last year. She was found only recently.
What does that have to do with the relic? The non-relic, I mean.
Word has it that Baron Ox received a proposition. His
Oh.
daughter's safe return in exchange
Mike.
for a hero's relic.
Hey, yeah, Abyss Paralogs. We
Of
beat it,
course.
RPG.
This whole mess happened because somebody wanted to get
This
their
is
mitts
written
on
by
the
Joseph
relic.
Conrad, so you're looking for John Conrad, spelled with a K, like Kurtz. Okay.
It's possible, but we weren't able to get anything out of Baron Ox.
Wait, what? Hard Dog is written by Joseph Conrad. You're looking for John Conrad. Oh. Oh.
The head of that house died
Yeah.
years ago, and the
I
whole family
didn't read
has
that
been a
sentence right.
mess ever since.
In my head.
We have no choice but to find another source for that information.
Are you sure you want to return this thing to your village?
Happy was level 4
People
the whole
might come
battle.
looking for it.
Good point. I actually got a letter from my mom on the subject. She suggested it would be safer in Garrick Mach. She also said my crest should allow me to use it.
Perfect.
She's entrusting it to me. Which is a bad idea, so I'm entrusting it to you, Professor.
Excellent. I'm giving it back to you.
Positive. You'll know what to do with it. Give it to me or someone else. Whatever you think.
Also, the quote from Heart of Darkness, the horror, is one of the achievement lines.
That's a priceless artifact.
Poppy is only around to become Balthus' girlfriend and then not be used
Sure is.
again.
Lose it and you'll owe me.
One of my shrimp are swimming around in circles. I was making sure he wasn't like dead. He's not. He broke out of it. You did ship Happy Balthus my first time with a biz. See, I almost want to do Constance Balthus and just leave Happy alone. Because she just bitches all the time. Also, if I recall, Kurt's it's also Colonel ranked. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Balthus thinks his relic is a fake, but it's actually most likely the real deal. Oh, he thinks it's a replica. Well, it wouldn't have hurt Baron Ock or whatever if it was fake. You think Balthus and Happy deserve... Do you not like Balthus? What's he ever done to you? Also, I don't care if you deal with Happy. That is fair. That is fair. Fuck me. Why am I so tired? We're not going to forget to instruct this week. I did forget to instruct last week. Which is embarrassing. You love a lot of the subtle Easter eggs in the game. There's a stop sign at the very beginning. A while after stop sign that's crossed out. Yeah, I feel like I should play the game again just to see what I missed. Because I definitely missed things. Only time I mentioned the Imperial Cattle based on a lie that Happy was kidnapped forced me to fight a literal.
You are. I have.
Double perfects.
I am close. You have my.
And fuck it, why not?
You're
3 perfects. You're the tyrant? I don't know. I guess. What can I say? What can I say? Also, on one of the memorable walks, you find Lieutenant Lugo and Sergeant Adams long before the action. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. That's really bizarre. Okay. It'd be kind of interesting to be able to play the game a second time through as one of the secondary characters. Like, after you beat the game, there's a second playthrough where you get to play. But you're not crazy. And so you get to see everything that the boss does. There's a DLC plan that shows Adam survived his final fight and he's trying to find his way home with a member of the 33rd. Ooh.
This isn't.
Jam. Bernie. You have a B in horseback riding. Let's see if it can't get you to an A in bows. And Ingrid.
Looks like I.
Get riding up for Paladin.
That would.
So like the one in the very picture, there's a regular until the very end where Adam's going to decide if he can't go home anymore. Why, do you know why they didn't make it? Like budget reasons, or? And just to begin. Not sure, but it was probably because it didn't sell that well. That makes sense. Focus on... Yeah, sure, Sylvain. Switch to Lance and Riding. You'll see the light of day. You'll get used, I promise.
Ahem. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
My sincerest apologies
So,
for the wait.
You're going to be all really disappointed in the boring pick I made.
Thank you for gathering here on the eve of the highly anticipated ball to bear witness to the Academy-wide dance competition. Welcome to the White Heron Cup. The competition will be judged by me, your humble
You guys are gonna be really.
servant,
If you weren't here yesterday, you're gonna be really
Alois
bored. You're gonna be really
And
disappointed in how
also-
boring of a choice this was.
The acclaimed former songstress of the Mittelfranc
Yeah, we went
Opera
with Dorothea.
Company, Manuela Casagranda.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Oh, and it should go without saying, but I swear to show no bias to my own house. Got it? Good.
Last but not least, the glamorous assassin who does all of her dancing in the dead of night, Shamir Nevrand.
The top must be extra hard on her back.
The three of us swear on our honor to judge the following proceedings with
The cape
utmost
or the-
impartiality and fairness. And with that, will the representatives of each house please make their
Okay.
way to the stage? Contestants, are you
That is true.
ready to dance?
Oh, you,
And
sorry,
is
not the
band
cape. That part. Okay, yeah.
prepared to play?
Yeah, it probably hurts.
Very well. Begin!
To do? Oh, that's because everyone else. Everyone else I've stolen.
That's all, folks.
There's Lorenz. Hold on, let's see if I can remember who I've left. Lorenz, Raphael, Ignatz. Is there a single female left that I haven't taken? Well, Hilda, but she doesn't. Well, you could have sent Hilda in. She wouldn't have done it. Lorenz, Ignatz, Raphael. This is how you can tell how much I care about these last two characters. Marianne. Oops.
Splendid. All three of you were fantastic.
They're meant to be
Now,
the one that obviously
let's
answers.
hear
Yeah.
what the judges have to say.
So Vayne for the yeah.
Oh my. Let's see. I
There's one more besides
suppose I
Marianne.
have no choice but to vote for
Dorothea. Oh,
the
The dr-
Black Eagle House.
the drum roll doesn't stop.
Your performance was exhilarating. My heart is still beating a mile a minute.
I vote for.
I just like to think that there's a drummer in the background doing this that's waiting for her. Can we go, please? Please? If it wasn't obnoxiously loud, I'd consider making a one of my channel points rewards be an actual drum roll and just grab my snare and drum roll.
The Blue Lion House.
Liar!
Can't say why.
You're a monster.
Great feedback, both of you. Well then, let's see.
I'm testing his
Factoring in
chops.
my own humble opinion, yes, we have a
If we
winner.
lose the do, I'm going to take myself out behind my house.
And I will announce who it is right now, without any delay. The winner of this year's White Heron Cup is
Drummer's like, no, not you two. Not you two.
the Black Eagle House.
I wonder if I can use this to bolster my singing career.
Once more, please give a big round of applause.
So I
for
guess you
our
can never get all
talented
three people to vote for you.
participants.
To build up suspense. You're spraining my Sword Dance Combat Art and the Sword Evo 20 ability. When you steal everyone from the other houses, it's impossible to lose. It's Dimitri's birthday. Time to abandon you just like the little girl did.
Nilgard. We did not achieve a good result.
No, that makes sense.
Worry not, Petra. At least we completed our task.
Maybe think I was gonna give a bad result.
I work to grow.
I have Petra in case I decide to make her a Wyvern Lord. Probably won't, but there's also not. But I'm trying not to. I'm trying out practicing my uppercut by holding a 15-pound dumbbell. That seems safe. Well, I'm honored.
My efforts were not in vain.
That you think I even work out enough to know that. No, I'm kidding. But I feel like there's like a max weight you would definitely not want to go above. 15 feels like that weight. And man. Now, I am in no way anywhere qualified to give you any advice on this. Can I start off with that? I feel like if you stay like at 10 or 15 pounds and you've maybe worked up to it, or at least work out in general, should be fine. As long as you're not trying to fucking haymaker the first time you do it. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like if you work into it, it's just like practicing something. I mean, that would make sense to my brain.
I will master
It's like wearing training weights, right? Like, you know how sometimes people do like weights around their, like the fucking Rock Lee legs from Naruto. Oh yeah. No rotational shit. You definitely can't do that.
Well, that worked out.
Haha, I'm starting to get it.
I am giving Felix some reason, but I don't think I want to make Immortal Savant. Starting to get it? Fuck, what am I starting to get?
I appreciate your effort.
Uppercut, you think that I'm just doing was basically enhancing. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I would think. That's where my brain would go. Alright, guys. I am going to save whore until I get this. I've just want a net set. Oh, okay. Talking too much. As long as I'm not extending my arm too far from my body, it should be safe. Right. Even raising support with Rhea, right? Right. Yeah. I know. I'm the scum of the earth. You have what? 3 supports we gotta do? 2 supports? Dorothea. 2 supports. 3 supports? We need to get Leone to be. I need to start Ignatz. Raphael. Ash! That's the 5th character! Ah! No one misses him. They cannot be swear after a certain time. Oh, we should probably raise it then. That's a good idea. But first, save whoring. We are going to explore, so. I said there's no XCOM porn. No. Wait. Oh, XCOM saves coming. I'm surprised it wouldn't be XXXCOM. You know? Oh no. My game crashed. I wonder how many times it's gonna crash. It's a porno title. Her B supports locks after chapter 9. Compromise, Sundown. After we beat every single Fire Emblem, and when we get to Fire Emblem 3 Houses here, we'll romance her with the church route. The only way to stop her from dying is to A, support her. I'm pretty sure I'm the reason she's gonna die, though. Plus, if you get rid of the O, it's not gonna be obvious enough that it's related. I mean, There are there X. That did not immediately give you what I wanted. That rabbit hole. It's not just romance. She literally dies. But wait, can I save her on this route if I get her to rank A? This is chapter 9. Time to give her everything in my inventory. Swordmaster, right here, right now, we're gonna do... This is a statistical impossibility! Oh, the game crashed. Interesting. Okay. Then fuck it, we'll do it. Time to spend your month kissing Rhea's ass. That's the plan. Oh, okay. Noted. How many times were you gonna let me do that before you said something and decided to say something? Probabilities are locked once the last battle finishes. Gotcha. Okay, interesting. Smart way of doing it. Then let's instead... Cert Bernie as a sniper. I do know that, and I know it's hard to save Scum. Pretty hard to save Scum Darkest Dungeon too. Can you in Chimera Squad? Oh, these are facts I didn't know about. Do I have advanced? I don't think I do. Nope. Except for, yeah. Okay. Is it almost time for Animu? Soybean says she can't start till 10. So, in theory, we're getting close. But I also want to be, like, don't want to start until I know she's ready. I can't. Oh, I can't. Oh, repair. Actually, why don't I just forge a regular sword? Because it costs twice as much. So once we know once Soybean's ready, we'll go. Also, I'm gonna main menu, then come back and fuck up various debus buffs, especially moments. Can it actually? These are things I didn't know about that. Any good battalions? Yeah. Who do I want to upgrade? That doesn't mean you should. Can you marry Rhea as female Byleth? Oh wait, no. You can't. Ooh, I didn't think you could. This changes things. Please. 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 Damn it. Just be a safe war and figure out what we can actually pull off. If this doesn't work, we're definitely gonna save scum. Oh my god, guys. I can't believe the game crashed like that. Real quick, this remake is not as good as the original. It's actually... The actual difficulty has been knocked down so bad that I almost... If I didn't play it on like long trips, I probably wouldn't play it again. This is a fun game. This is a great game. This is a fun game. This is a great game. Moving on. Why would this be an official... Oh. Do you have that? Do you just have... I like to believe that that's just one of your bookmarks. Jesus Christ, why do they draw him so thick? What the fuck? It's so unnecessary. Yeah, the problem is they just made it... There's no basic attack. They simplified all the combat. That's what they did. They simplified all the combat, and they made... So you don't have, like, a basic attack move anymore. Also, No Man's Sky added a colony building system. I'd probably play it for that. Like, what the fuck does that translate to? And then I looked at it. So we're just getting fucked on certs. Not to be confused with hooked on phonics. You can do this, Balthus. Yeah, you can.
Was there ever...
Oh my god, when we made Lysithia a warlock, she had 4 defense. She was immediately knocked up to 8. I wasn't asking for Frostpunk, but I was hoping for more, but we got all the system in place for this to be really good. They just don't do it right. Judging by how they've worked in the past few months, my guess is they'll probably get it right. Alright, explore. I need to collect secrets. Rhea! We need to talk. Wait a bit. I forgot all the flowers I'm bringing you. There's colony debt decision now productivity and features of the colony that can... Ooh. You're making me want to buy No Man's Sky. I just got really disappointed after the... Elite Dangerous update. Horizons. It was a mess. So I'm giving it some time to get better. And I'm also going to beat a ton of Genshin Impact stuff. And then I'm probably gonna do Destiny and Elite Dangerous as my grind games.
I have been told that your
Then when I get
house
caught up
won
on
the White
Destiny,
Heron
I'll just do
Cup.
all 3. Balthus's typical class is Warmonk, by the way. That makes sense.
Be a result of the students.
I just want to, you know, make him grappler. So the drawback is adding the building. I have no idea what. There is no drawback? I hope you like sunflowers.
I appreciate.
A reverent love letter? She likes goddess statuettes. How do you get those? Oh, do I have those? Sure do.
Oh, I adore this. I have this can. I
like to just think that I'm like, I keep pulling out like a scroll after I give her like a flower or two, and then that, and then she doesn't say anything.
I have been told that this can only.
Perfect summary of the combat system where you think. It's not meant for the diehards of the people that like to play. What's it called? Frostpunk. I feel like you have to be a certain kind of masochist to like that type of game. I am that masochist, by the way.
Oh,
Oh! She saved! Now, who do I have to give that love letter to? Wait.
I have this can.
Why can't I give it to you?
I appreciate.
I hope that wasn't the wrong person. You use all, but not only do you seldom know how the outcome most of the time. When anime night? Say in half an hour. That is likely when it's gonna be. It was the right person? Oh, okay. I didn't think you'd give it the wrong person. There's systems for you to solve, but not only do you seldom know the outcome most of the time, you have effectively no information about the dispute, so it doesn't really matter. See, that I don't like. I feel like you could implement something that's not too terrible with that. Without making it too difficult or in-depth for your typical gamer.
Impressive. Thanks.
Is that how you have to... Okay. Okay. Let's do that. You don't want to leave it up to chance to see if she saves herself in the next few days?
Hello, Professor. It is
Only crop
so
up
nice
hourly
to
like
see
mobile
you.
game, except you can't pay money. I feel like that it's growing through growth pains.
It brings me
how the
great
whole
joy
games
to know
work.
that you wish to visit with me again.
Of course.
I have this odd feeling that recently you've been trying to avoid me.
Well, I didn't think I could romance you yet. That isn't so.
I am relieved to hear that. In any case, I am delighted by this opportunity to speak with you again. My, how laughable I must seem.
Oh, I should have invited her
imagine
to
you
tea.
must be dumbstruck by how unbecoming my behavior is for the Archbishop of all of Fodlan.
I don't know if she'll respond to humor well. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Such brusque manners. You must get those
Oh,
from
well.
your father.
It was.
In any case.
The game's
how
probably
are
isn't
you
going to make
feeling?
any improvements to it, or at least some meaningful ones, same as they did to Relic Shut the Dates. What do you have to learn from?
Have you
I think they're just
experienced
happy that
anything
people aren't
strange since you
ripping them
began
through the
wielding
coals
the sword
anymore.
of the Creator?
What do you mean?
Oh, there are just so many legends about that blade. I was worried that carrying it may result in some strange side effect. Has there really been nothing odd? A tightness in your chest, strange dreams, anything of the sort?
Well, there does seem to be a sort of weight there, but no tightness. There is a young girl.
So you saw a young girl, and she appeared to you like a phantom?
So this is mad.
I'm afraid I can't explain such an occurrence,
But I don't care if
may
so
very
this is
well
mad
have
at me.
something to do with that relic of yours. Please know
So
that you
no
are
net,
welcome
no
to
net
come to me
loss,
about
no net
anything.
loss.
I am here for you, always. By the
Thank
way,
you.
when I see
Usually
you
you
at
have
work
more
giving
different
such
options, you know.
splendid guidance
Only
to all of your students.
Mode so easy that's relevant. Obviously, keep it within cool stuff because Skinner box, but you know, yeah, it's nice to have like ability to make things harder if that is what you want.
I want you to know that it brings me great joy.
We should romance
as though
Sothis
I
on the
myself
church
were
route.
receiving
Romance the
benefit of
god.
your kindness.
Romance the lolly. This is actually a gun, and I'm executing myself. Don't worry. Doesn't really qualified. All right, you don't have to die anymore. Get Balthus is done.
Stubborn little... That's it! Nighty night, sleepyhead. Guess that's it. Can't let lowlifes like you into Garrigmach. Nobody likes troublemakers. Trust me. What the... Oh, it's you. Don't sneak up on people. It's rude. But we can discuss your lacking manners another time. Why are you here? You following me, pal?
I am.
Guess I can't fault you for that, since you seem to have been mopping up enemies without me knowing it. She really thinks I'm gonna try to reclaim my title. She clearly doesn't know me too well. Yet she keeps sending fools my way like the stubborn shrew she is. That's my stepmother for you.
Huh? The new place and the woman I'm renting a room from consistently gets scared because I'm quiet when I walk around. Oh, you have new... That's exciting. Are you, bigger, smaller, just new?
Shocking. Remember when I told you my little bro inherited House Albrecht after I left?
So you know what? That's funny, Sundown, because my parents used to tell me I walked too loud. And they kept getting mad at me for walking too... Not mad, but like, Taylor, don't walk as loud, because I would stomp everywhere. And so I walked everywhere, basically, on, like, the tips of my... Tiptoe. That's what the fuck it's called. To my feet. And, then I would start sneaking up on them, because they wouldn't hear me coming. And then they got scared. And they wondered why I wouldn't make any sound when I walked. Slightly smaller, but it's new, and that's important. That is nice. That is nice. I went to dance class a lot when I was a kid, so I have a very ninja-like voice. You're definitely quieter than I am in my quiet form. If that is the case, because I still make sound. That's impressive.
He's my half-bro, and his mother is devoted, to say the least. She'd do anything for him.
Oh, yeah?
Sadly, he had the nerve to be born without a crest. And here I stand with a rare one swimming in my veins. She's convinced I'll return one day to take back my title by force. Completely off her rocker, that one.
I'm quiet, not bother people. Floors, I basically always recycling merch. I wear shoes up to my room. Like, through the living room, up the stairs, and then when I get in my room, I take them off. We can fix this.
Nah, not worth the effort. It's best for everyone that I take the brunt of her malice. I can handle it just fine. If I wasn't around, she'd
Wait for it
shift
to
her
autoplay.
beady gaze to my dad. Maybe even to my mom, who fled the house a while back. Or maybe my little bro would become the target of her good intentions. Can't allow that to happen.
You'll crack a wild guess that the outfit is DLC. Maybe. I got the season pass on sale.
And that's the bottom line. Long story
This is the
short,
dancer outfit. So
keep your distance from me.
I think I can actually look like this if I have... Can Byleth another competition? I don't think Byleth can, but this is the way to do it. I use sandals because sometimes I forget things and really don't want to take my shoes off to go in somewhere.
If that assassin's
That's
dagger
fair.
took you out, everyone here would fall to pieces. How would I explain that?
I can protect the both of us.
That's some big talk, pal. So you'll protect me too, will you?
Yeah, by going back in time.
To think someone who can keep up with the exalted king of grappling would say such a small thing. I'm a betting man, so I'll take the bait. Let's see if you really intend to protect me. Or if those were just pretty words.
Sounds like you gotta... Anyway, never mind. Cool. You got a cool screenshot? Please do. Love to see it. Or you can wait for anime night, if that's what you meant. But I'll see it now. There's someone with a crystal. Still, I've asked them many times, but I can't get them to consent. There must be a way to persuade them at this point. Nothing beats sincere. Try a bribe. Oh well. You know, lost judgment. Generally positive, though people are pointing out for detective games, you don't do any form of deduction at any point. It's kind of interesting. I was wondering if that would be the case. I just want a Yakuza game. I just want to make sure that I have one less game. I have like one less game away from finishing the Yakuza series. Good point on that. Good point on that. I think I train bought this. So, oh, wait, what? I missed something.
Everyone's in such a festive mood.
Happens to be, yeah,
I
exactly.
feel a bit out of my I can't help but worry. Still, this.
Hi there.
Oh no, I haven't finished 6. I'm on 5. Is this one of the outfits for the Tales of Arise characters? That's really lacy. This game uses Unreal Engine 4. That I know. That's why it looks so good. Not Fire Emblem, sorry. Tales of Arise. How's 5 treating you? Haven't played it yet. I'm on it. I'm gonna stream it. Don't worry. I want that suffering recorded. We're gonna play 5 within the next 5 games. And then I'm gonna play probably Banner Saga, Yakuza 6. In-game costume. Ooh. Even fucking better. Then I'm gonna play 6. After I played like the 5 or 6 games I got lined up. For next. Let's see if Leone wants to join my house. Before, you know. Where are you?
Hello there.
I still love that Leone tries to pass off that
I'm glad that I can't.
Harold's death is worse on her.
I know I'm in a different class, but you're the.
This is gonna make me upset. 6 hours? Oh! I got it. That makes me so sad. We're going to enjoy what we can. 5:54.
The ball is coming up soon. I can't wait to fill up.
The ball already
Good to
happened,
see
bud.
you, Professor. I was just on.
We're just trying shit. Hey, Marianne, you want to sing? Of course you do. Atharia, thank you for the raid. Hello, how are you? Welcome on in. I don't know if I have any mods here, but I'm gonna give you the shout out. welcome, welcome, everyone. Let me make... Oh, hold on. There's an underscore after it before I mess it up. Altharia. Bang. Did I just fuck that up? I bet I just fucked that up. I added an L. It's Etheria, not Altharia. Let me try that again. I'm so sorry. I can't read. It's so difficult. Hello. This unfortunately is not Taylor Swift. I know I kind of bear some resemblance. I get it. I'm been asked a few times this week, actually, if I was Taylor Swift. Walking around outside, you know. The mask helps with that. I'm in a band. I can throw that out. I'm a drummer, but I'm not a singer. Rhett, I'm gonna guess somewhere around 10 or 12 hours. How was everyone doing? How was Fire Emblem? Thank you so much for the raid. We're talking about Fire Emblem Yakuza, a lot of the game series I play. I play a ton of different game series. How's everyone doing? You guys ready? This is the fun part of the night. I'm gonna butcher everyone's names, and you can tell me how to actually say it. So, White Fang, that one's pretty easy. Indiana Crones, got it. Ahana River, I think. Etheria. Yes, okay, we got him. Cool, love that. I actually think I did it. That might be a first. Got mine. Butcher my name. Medmickle. Medmickey. I'm really, really good at butchering names. We had some great ones here in Fire Emblem, including when I called Lysithia Lincynthia for a while. That one was great. Mod Mike, that'd be good too. Any of the last names, I still say Froldaris, something like that. I can't pronounce things. We're doing Black Eagles. I've beaten the game before on Blue Lions. I was just thinking of Lynn. Yeah, I was thinking of Lynn. See, you bully me less than some of our viewers do. I really do appreciate that. 3:30. It's really that long for Yakuza 0? Well, Sith. Yeah. Now that I bribed him. Yes. I've been bribed to play Fire Emblem 7. Coming soon to a theater near everyone. This was my first game in the Fire Emblem series. I bought a Switch at the beginning of the year. Bought a capture card. So let's stream a Switch game. Bought Fire Emblem. I heard there were a lot of them. Played this and hooked in. It's been about 3 months since I played my first playthrough because I just been playing a ton of other games. Doing this one. Love it. Just a few. I wanted the Tokyo Mirage session so bad. But my plan is I'm playing Fire Emblem 7 and then I'm going to do something I think around the new year or after I play AI the Somnium Files 2 where I'm going to play Fire Emblem 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 all the way to 14, which I think is this one. And I'm going to do the church route. Blue Lion's best for the first route. I do think that. And Rhett, Kiwami's only like 11 or 12 chapters. It's short. This is 16? Oh, well, that's a lot more games. Well, that's a lot more games than I thought. First playthrough of Blazing Sword. So I know what happens in this chapter. This is chapter 9. Cheers. Who's gonna tell him? Don't forget there's a remake of Fire Emblem 2 called Echoes on 3DS, so you don't have to play. True. And you're hopefully good reading Japanese or patching translation. I can patch translations on the ROMs. I can speak German functionally enough to like order at a restaurant, ask for directions. And I have almost close to just no understanding, basically, but like a little bit of Russian. A tiny bit. So no Japanese though. Cyrillic is hard enough. This chapter, the fourth best girl is not nice to our dad. Oh, are we rating best girls? Is Kiwami 2 an hour and a half? We're going over speed run times for the Yakuza games. All right, Justin. Actually, anybody. Top 3. And why is it... why is it Ingrid, Lysithea, and Bernadetta? In that order. That's gonna be my we're gonna start getting violent now in the chat, I think, but it's okay. I can hold my own. We're romancing Rhea, by the way, this playthrough. Happy Leone and Mercedes, but to each their own. I agree with Mercedes, she's up there. Petra's a good one. I feel weird. I just want to, like, give the depressed girls in anime and games like this a hug and, like, see them live. But whatever. Rhea, Bernadetta, and Lysithea. 2? Lysithea, Petra, Shamir. I thought Shamir was gonna be the one, and then I started doing her subplots, and I started talking to all the other characters, and I was like, ah, well, oops. I'm seeing these are all good picks though, except Happy. What the fuck? No. Happy though, like I am gonna ask, really? That is not someone I would pick anywhere above the last bottom 3. That means Yakuza 5 when speedrun is still 2 hours longer than the next. I know it's like a 60-hour game. Marianne is hard for me because they really don't expand on her character much in part 2. What's crazy to me is seeing pictures of Marianne for like Fire Emblem. Is it Heroes? Is that the mobile game? I think it's Heroes. And how cool she is in some of those photos in Heroes. And just like how badass she is to be made. And how just they don't do anything with that. You know, like in this one. And like you have two, is it 2 years or a year and a half since the game came out? So you can come up with some more stuff. But like, I don't know. Some of these characters, not even the, like, exclude the house leaders. Some of these characters get some really, really good character development. Grumio lots, so I'll disagree a bit with Indiana. Fair. I mean, you guys are keeping it way more civil than I expected. I usually expect... I'm gonna start playing the game, by the way, while we talk. I usually expect when I throw out the best girl argument, everyone to pull guns on each other, like you know, like one of those movie standoffs, and point at each other and see who who pulls the trigger first. I'm trying to recruit people. Let's get Lorenz. Nope, Lorenz. Now, nearest grocery store now carries Steam gift cards. So, ooh, that's convenient.
I can't sing very loud.
I actually don't know where the nearest place for Steam gift cards are. Yeah, that's awesome. One of the average time, 25 hours. And here, she's badass and she can summon the beast. Ooh, or you can just use your credit card on Steam. 150. Nah. Oh, average, not speedrun. Marianne and Happy have fantastic S supports the captor character arcs. So if you haven't seen them, I see where you're coming. Marianne, I'm thinking of romancing when I do Golden Deer. I'm thinking about going back to male Biolith. Which is going to make all the Claude fans really upset, but that's okay. I've met Josija. I'm sure he would understand. I have him he signed my Fire Emblem poster. Gift card codes on Amazon are more expensive than they are in stores. I still am not used to that. I do want to ask, if you're still around, Etheria, what route are you doing? And what difficulty? Or are you doing like a challenge thing? You just doing a meme? Like, what's going on? For those who don't know...
While I have little interest in food...
I
I would be liking that greatly.
Claude is best boy. Claude's a great guy. Claude is a great dude. Yeah, I'm doing the DLC for Cindered Shadows on hard mode. Oh. Oh. We played on normal. It kicked my ass. You were dare. That's a dare. Also, anytime, everyone should have a credit card, even if you don't use it much, gives you good credit. That's why I got mine. Buy groceries with it once a month. And sometimes fish stuff. Because I'm an addict. I raise a lot of fish. I was dared and I regret everything. I was told that don't play the DLC on hard.
Really takes my...
And I was like, I'm going to do it. They're like, just no, seriously, don't. And, well, I'm glad I didn't. I was saved. Justin and I haven't read every sport, but my part 2 knowledge of
This food is a revelation. I can't help
Fair.
but smile when I eat it.
One time in the past, Steam got hacked and got a credit card. Interesting. Watch the fight supports and we can discuss the tractor Gaber arc. We need to check on Jimmo. Helm, I say hi. Wonderful man. Credit card is also good for use offers because it's hard for identities to still have a debit card. If hackers get your credit card info, it's no big deal. TBH, just request your card number. Average minimum time. They will send you new ones for rest. They're usually pretty good about
This
it.
looks delicious.
The average
Let's
minimum
eat.
time to 100% Yakuza 0 is the total amount of time I've spent playing Ghost Running. Just get up to my Hearts of Iron 4 time. For a single heart 100%. My Hearts of Iron 4 time trying to 100% the game is so far over 700 hours. But not all of that was spent trying to 100%. A lot of it was about the first 400 or 500 of Hearts of Iron is trying to understand how the game works. Then another 100 hours realizing the game doesn't work, and then you start playing. Kind of thinking I might get some bow training to help me recruit some of the last remaining people. Where are you, Shamir? I just want to talk. Gonna dip. Super exhausted after stream. Good luck. Thank you so much. I hope to see you around, and I do appreciate the raid. I'll have to check. Actually, let me just do that right now. I'll check you out next time you're live. Why won't it let me follow? Let me follow! There it is. Perfect. Also, if you want gift a game to someone on Steam, you should do it. That is fair. That is fair. It's fairly unlikely that hackers will breach Steam again, but Steam does. You need to look at the screen.
What's this about? The ball. It's an event.
Go train. And thank you for the follow.
I still have.
So I have E+. That should help. Pinch. Fairly unlikely that hackers breach Steam easily, but the Steam does email you that your info was leaked. You immediately press new code. I believe it's 60 hours. Is it 26 for Yakuza 5? I thought it was like 30 or 30 to 60. And thank you for the follow, Justin James. I do appreciate it. We're getting closer to my fun surprise 350 follower stream. Part of which is, I'm pretty sure I got permission to play one of our songs that hasn't been released yet. Possibly. I have to talk to them again, make sure they're still cool with it. And actually do some drum stuff. And then there's another part of it that I want to do that I'm really excited for. Talk to Ignatz and Lorenz. How many would you like? Now, White Fang.
Hi there.
Can you tell me what game that's from? That's the high-speed side? That makes more sense. Oh, no side. Well, we'll probably be at 40 then. What did I do? I just saw it pop up on screen. I clicked. Oh, you're good. That is a channel points reward that I use. It is... So, if you guys notice, in a lot of JRPGs, they don't have timers or cooldowns for any of the voice lines. So if you're spamming through menus, they'll say the beginning of a line over and over and over again. So in a specific game I was playing, they, what is it? Every time you bought something, As soon as you click it, how many would you like? Thank you. Have a nice day. How many would you like? Thank you. Over and over and over again. But the lines would like override each other and it would start a new one. And I was wondering if you knew what the how many would you like is from. If you don't, that's fine. I'll tell you in like 15 seconds. Biker found the card holders with scores over 800. The excellent range is 750 to 850. Had an average 3 open card. Wow. That's impressive. How many would you like? How many would you like? How many would you like? Fire Emblem Warriors. No, it is Persona 5 Strikers. There's my fun trivia thing for you. Almost all of my channel points rewards
not much of a dancer, actually.
are, yeah. It's, what's her name? The girl with the hearts. Not Kasumi, that's Royal. Red Heart, Hair Girl, Persona 5. Not 40, that's fine. Not Futaba. Why won't it shows the picture but won't give me the name? Sophia. What stream did I just come into? Fire Emblem X financial advice? Yeah. Welcome to my stream. We talk about anything. I hope you're doing well.
Ah, Professor. I'd like to learn more about...
Fuck. Dex Authority. And Anna is on our team. That is a good point. We are just attempting to do her proud. Blank, blank. Sorry. Apologies. The esport shows a pretty strong growth. I don't want to Google it because I know I'm going to romance her. I don't know what to do with the extra time. I guess maybe have Ignots and... No, I already did that. Who do I need? Marianne. Well, that's easy. And I don't know. I need a Marianne. I need to find a Marianne Leone. This is gonna be tough. That's a net. That's Leone. Leone. This'll work. You can do sauna personal training. True. Except it's the end of the month.
I'm
so,
sorry.
yeah. Personal training might be better. I just want them for supports. No? No? No. Personal training. Who trains flying? Sedith? And that is a good point. Training does help everyone else.
I have looked from his it is almost as if he is not...
My sport's pretty strong, but I wish the Hawks between chapters showed a little more depth in their carry soul. Even the media is strong. Now I'm curious. Okay. And just for you.
Told that this can...
Could just... All right. You know the recruitment mechanics? Get them to B rank and then they can just show up. I do know that. I don't know what rank you need to get them to. I've been kind of just guessing.
Yet, I'm still looking forward to this one.
And it's kind of been working.
As am I.
I keep thinking it's an autoplay.
In the
And I'm like,
sense
man, they're
that
not
I
talking.
look
What's going
forward
on?
To destroying all of the unworthy suitors who will
Thank you.
inevitably
I mean,
swarm Lady
so, okay.
I will admit, Edelgard is adorable. However, when it comes to elegance on the dance floor, I am superior.
You know what I just realized? I didn't invite anyone to come to the tower with me. Is it gonna randomize again? Anyway. What is it? We have Bernadetta in the maid outfit just because I thought it was funny. But the Hubert in the butler costume is so perfect. Page number 2, although agreement on that is probably in the maybe. Yes. To the Archbishop, what do you specialize in? I can train you in swords even if you've already S-ranked in them. Are you really an Archbishop? What do you mean?
Bad dancer, Ferdy.
That manager
You do
top.
have some
Oh,
moves
okay.
that are hard to watch.
I had Annette in my last playthrough, and I ended up romancing Ingrid.
You honor me with your kind words. I understand that I am sometimes too dazzling.
I have a weakness
to
for
be
blondes, I
held
guess.
directly.
I'm envious of your positive attitude. I also know how to dance, in theory. Maybe I should participate as well.
Not me! You wouldn't catch me dancing at a ball any sooner than you'd catch a fish
Ferdy
swimming
a
through the sky.
mustache.
Well, you do tend to flop around
Yeah.
like a fish on the land after all.
Why would you say
If I could
that?
put it.
Now I feel like a fish on a skillet.
I kind of like it. I'm gonna leave it there.
Never mind.
Speaking of the ball, do we get to pick who we dance with? I wonder who I should ask.
A bold subject change.
Ferdy von
Edelgard wish it,
Aya.
I would be honored to.
I will fight.
I used him for one
all
battle.
that I have within me.
Fighting?
No, that's not really the point. I will not be as a fish upon the flame. Okay.
Mustache
I
Petra's
have a
cursed.
proposition.
Oh, mustache Edelgard.
Let's all agree to meet back at the monastery exactly 5 years from today.
Like a class reunion? It's a great idea.
5 years from today will be the
S-rank
millennium
brawling.
festival for Garrick
Can
Rock
she actually
Monastery.
do that?
I've heard the magnitude of the festivities will exceed all prior years.
You're an archbishop?
Oh, how exciting. Sounds like a great excuse to come visit our dear professor. You will be seeing how much growing I have done. You will be pleased, Professor. This idea is good.
I bet you nothing bad happens between now and the start of the Millennium Festival. That is where I'm putting my money. They've talked about it so much. It is... Who's my dancer? Dorothea. Boring, I know. But I panicked. And it was Dorothea or... Bernie. And Bernie's gonna be a bow knight. So...
Who knows where each of us will be in 5 years' time, or who we will become. Still, I have faith that all of us will gather and celebrate our reunion.
How many times have you two played
here in 5 years?
through this
and
game?
Not
I'm curious.
enjoying a cozy early retirement.
Even if that's the case, you will come, won't you? Whether or not you're still teaching here.
Of course.
Don't forget, my teacher.
5. Wow.
Even if the Millennium Festival should be canceled,
I plan on doing 4.
I promise to return here.
After that, it's just for fun. I mean, I'm sure we could find an 11 sword. We might have one. One for each route. How does that math add up? I thought there's 4 routes. That's also why Marianne is a good dancer. Fair. Oh yeah, one for each. Sorry, I was like, what? You have a question mark. I'm blind. So something I want to teach you early about me. Reading, correctly, not my strong suit. Yeah, I'm gonna do one for each route, and then after that, just if I decide to come back. Hello, welcome on in, Soybean, and thank you for the follow, White Fang. I played through too many times to count. I did competitive 3H draft racing, so... Oh, that's impressive. You ready for anime night? Get out, chill stream. Thank you so much. Hope to see you around. And then the maddening play. I'm doing Golden Deer on maddening. That's my plan. This one's on hard. My first one was on normal. And then the other church route will be on hard as well.
Running away?
Yes, sir. Let me finish this thing up. Get to the final. We get to the battle for this month, and we'll wrap.
You hardly had the time to
Draft
breathe
reason
in
when you
there.
have a snake draft between 4 players and speedrun through the game with just your drafted characters. Interesting. We were talking about doing so two other streamers that I'm good friends with. We're talking about doing Fire Emblem 7 and like doing a race. We should. I wonder if we could adjust that mechanic for Fire Emblem. Can you do that for Fire Emblem 7? I wonder. Especially, I bet if you romp. No, well, I have to play through it first myself, normally before I race anything. Legendary Cup is actually based on the Fire Emblem Path of Radiance Radiant Dawn Heron's League. Heron Lagoos. What is that? Is any speedrun categories for that, Justin?
It must be hard to be the favorite teacher at the ball.
'Cause-
Poor professor.
Interesting. Okay. There are some rules, and you can look online for different games, and you make up your own. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll have to throw that idea out to them. Justin's doing a maddening with no monastery. Oh, you're crazy. Basically, the Lagoos are people who can turn into animals and have some animal features on their animal forms, wings. Oh. I'm trying to set the we're working on the right now on stream as we speak. How are they doing? I'm actually, fun fact, in Monster Hunter World. I love telling people. In Monster Hunter World, I am the 3rd place speedrun holder in Iceborne for the Colossal Task speedrun, which is a lot of fun, and I need to do more speedruns for that. Don't look at the time or how many people are in the category. Wildlands when? Give me a date. I will do it on that date. Seriously. I may be in 3rd place because there are 3 people in the category, and I may be 3 hours behind 2nd place in a 6-hour speed run for me, but I'm still 3rd place. Ooh, that's exciting. It is difficult.
So you do think you're the favorite? I might have known. But where is there to run? This place is filled with
We could do
joyful
well in
students looking
Wildlands.
for
I don't
a
think
dance.
the people do running it until the top like 2 or 3 are insanely good at it.
Ah, I see.
Like unbeatable good.
The Goddess Tower waits for you.
Ooh. Don Don been having a rough go recently with these routes. Top 3 finish. Top 3 finish is top 3 finish. 3rd is 3rd, even if there's only 3. We take what we can get. I need to do another run because my current actual PB is an hour and a half below my listed run, but the run was invalid because I accidentally paused the timer.
Professor,
For like 5 minutes and didn't notice. Dorothea? Okay.
Well, because you're
Oh,
here,
you're
of
right. We
course.
would get first for that.
You
Oh, that would
came
go
here
in my channel
because you read
description.
the letter I sent to you, right?
You have the most wins in 3. I've raced it the most, and I invented the 4. I'm talking to royalty here. That's awesome. You came here because you read the letter I sent you, right? What letter?
Are you saying this is a coincidence? How disappointing to think you didn't come here specifically to see me.
Sorry,
Still,
Dorothea.
if we're meeting by complete chance, that has a certain appeal too. It's as if destiny
It's your
brought us together.
highest
And
support
tonight
rank.
is the
I've been
night of the
told,
ball.
Tate.
Lucky me.
I thought you weren't comfortable around me.
Oh, that's
What's
just
that on
when
my
you're
Dorothea?
looking through me in front of others. When it's just us, I kind of like it.
Oh.
Originally, I wanted to see what you'd do when you read my letter. I just wanted to see if you'd come here like I asked. I had a feeling that you would. Though, I suppose you didn't even read the letter to begin with. I should just be thankful I wasn't left here waiting. All alone.
I know, but I probably should have
Forever.
aggregated them all for the VODs and the post. That's.
Do you know it's been almost 9 whole moons?
I just can't
since
ignore
you
your
arrived
dead
at
eyes
Barrack
and
Mall?
see.
You must have found a special someone by now, haven't you, Professor?
Oh, I forgot to talk to Gatekeeper. Oops. Have I found a special someone? We'll just say this.
Are you changing the subject? Don't do that. Oh, I bet that means you do have someone, don't you? Don't you worry. I won't pry if you don't want to share. These things are private, after all. Well, I ought to get going. I wouldn't want to be in the way if your special someone shows up. Either way.
You guys are letting each
do
other know
hope
your
you'll share
times.
dance with me
Maybe
later.
Twitter. Oh. Rhea, Tate. We're gonna do Rhea this run. Marianne and
It
Golden
seems that
Deer,
everyone is having
and
a
then we'll
delightful time.
pick someone for
Will you not dance some more?
church. Look, Cronia. Really delightful time. We not. I'm tired.
How dull of you. Had I a body of my own?
What difficulty
Oh,
do you guys
I
do the
would
runs
sing
on?
and dance until I fell upon the ground. But you, do as you will. Ah,
Oh, not this
you're
run.
not the only one.
Not
who
this
feels
run. We're
that
doing
way.
Edelgard's run.
Look over there.
Oh, hello there.
I'm bored beyond compare. Will you not follow her?
This is interesting. Why would I?
Oh, come on, hurry up.
B. We had the panic attack
I
of
know
if it's
that you
not
are
B
curious
rank,
to see what she is up to.
she, you know, doesn't, he gets locked out, is what I got told.
I hear someone singing from over there.
Possibly. Oh, you can't S-support her without? Then I won't S-support here, I'll S-support her on church. Is normal, the game actually gets difficult when you cut a ton of corners. That makes sense, because you're probably really under-leveled. Not B support, it's C+. I'm getting so much different information. We can't romance Rhea, we're romancing Edelgard. And we'll romance Rhea for the church route. I'm considering being the dick that does the church route from the beginning. Cool picture.
Song.
He actually has a nose, too.
I feel that I have heard it in the past.
I'm thinking about being the dick that just never uses Edelgard and doing the
not
church
that
route.
I've heard it.
So that I don't ever waste any XP on her.
Did I once sing that song to someone? No. There's more. I wrote this song. Oh, but how could that be so? If that were true, then how could she be singing it?
Be prepared. It was Noseless Ingrid.
No, no. I am suddenly so exhausted. As are you, no doubt? Quickly then, to bed with you.
That accidentally got the church route in the first playthrough. I think I'm going to request chat's help to make sure that the accident does not occur. That's one of the nice parts about playing stuff on stream. Is like, if you want something to happen, as long as chat's feeling generous that day, they can assist. I'm in the fucking dark. They can assist you. I got it definitely not accidentally. It just makes me think you did it accidentally more. We are out of advanced seals. Okay. So, here's the dealio. Every week, I do a thing called... Oh, I'm going to read this. Justin, was it you who said you consider any ending other than the CF canon think you should do church route first, then I can safely tune out as you murder everyone in the church. I want to do Edelgard's route first. Any route that is not Edelgard's route is canon. This should be very interesting, then. So every week I do what we call anime night. Does anime get watched? Sometimes. But I do it in my Discord. The night's that night, so I end a little earlier than I usually do. I usually go till midnight plus. I'm in Eastern Standard. Pretty sure I'm already 30 minutes late to my own event, which is kind of cool. It's very fun to play, though. I'm excited for it. So, I think. Maps are dope. Can't complain about that. But real quick, I'm gonna give you the spiel. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Etheria, for the raid. I'm gonna see if I can't catch your stream. I know you left, but I still appreciate it. See if I can't catch your stream. Next time you're alive. You haven't already? Hey, consider following. If not, I get it. There's a million streamers out there. You still have to get A rank before the time skip just to prepare for the church route and make a save prior for the choice. That is the plan. Tailteen Plains is a really cool chapter on the Edelgard realm. You guys are getting me excited. I have a Discord. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do links now. I'm gonna do the boring thing. I'm gonna do the boring advertise yourself thing. Everyone hates it. The Discord, consider joining it. I'm a variety streamer. I play a ton of games. I won't only play Fire Emblem. I'm just gonna warn you now. But I do play a lot of similar games. We have Banner Saga pack up next, or soon. Fire Emblem 7, so there is more Fire Emblem. Trails in the Sky is the next game I'm playing because I want to start that out. I'm also in the band, so I'm not Taylor Swift, but we make progressive rock, progressive metal music. Check us out. We're Glassleaf. And I have a YouTube if you ever want to see, or you're bored, or you have nothing else to do, and for some godforsaken reason you want to watch more of my stuff on that YouTube. So thank you all so much. We're going to raid a buddy of mine here in a sec. The choice, by the way, is after you finish that mission where she raids the Holy Mausoleum, so anytime before that. Got it. I can do that. Thank you, Indiana, for the follow. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for the stream. Of course, thank you all for spending your time with me. It means the world. You could do anything, and you've decided to come and say hi to me, or at least stick around. So it's really incredible of you doing that. It means the world to me. I really do appreciate it. And we're going to raid a buddy of mine. He's currently streaming. What the hell is he streaming today? Rakuen? I have never heard of this game. Okay, he says it's good. Thanks for nice stream again. I try my best. I try my best. My buddy's streaming Rakuen. He's a great guy. You should all at least come around and say hi. The raid message is, if you want one, just say hello. I'm bad at coming up with raid messages. Thank you all so much again. And holy fuck, there's a lot of you guys. Well, geez. Big raid. See you guys later. Hope to see you around. Peace.